All right. Yes, yes, yes. Be inspired starting really, really late today. Had a few things going on, and I know that this was going to be a little more detailed. So I wanted to make sure I had everything that I needed to kind of deliver this Mel's way, so to speak. So I let a few people come on in the room. Come on in the room. Hey, 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 good afternoon. This is so different because usually I say good morning, good morning, good morning, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. I do Be Inspired every Friday at 7 a.m. I actually got a inbox and they wanted me to talk about domestic violence. I got to give it to you my way, and we're going to chop it up. So, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, Lynette. I'm glad you could join in. Good afternoon, Aunt Julia, Tasha, Junior, Kev, all you lovely people. Come on in the room and have a seat. Now, I want you guys to just think back because I know this affects. You know what? I didn't do it, Kev, this morning. I didn't do it at 7 o'clock. I had some things going on, but I wanted to make sure I gave it to you guys, and I want a lot more people in the room. Share this video. This is definitely an important topic. Okay. And I know, I'm not the sad person, but let's just keep it 100. Let's do it my way. Okay. With the domestic violence, I want to give you, some information on it that you guys probably already know. You like boom, punch in the eye, domestic violence, emotional abuse, different types of abuse that there is. But I want to talk about this domestic violence because someone actually inboxed me and asked me to. Now, if you go to my YouTube channel, Shop Talk with Mel, I have different videos up there, and I have coping, one with coping and self-doubt, all that other stuff. And it'll kind of go into a little more detail because we already know the inability to cope usually leads to an abuser being an abuser. That's it in a nutshell. You know what I mean? So, good afternoon, Cynthia. All right, let me just go ahead and get started real quick. Share this video. Like I said, if you find, I don't know why they playing games, I probably should use like the Wi-Fi or something because it's going in and out. Hey, LaWanda. All right. Now, let's keep it 100. We all know someone who has been in a abusive relationship. And if we don't know them personally, we know Ike and Tina. Okay? We know Ike and Tina. Now, when you see the first signs, let me put this out here. You know I got to do it my way. Let's put this out here. There is someone out there for everyone. It is. Let's be clear. It is. I don't care if you are having a heterosexual relationship or a homosexual relationship. There is domestic violence in both. Okay? Now, you know the telltale signs. You know the telltale signs. And I'm going to just put this out here. Y'all probably going to be mad at me, but y'all know I got to do me. Now, I'm going to speak from a heterosexual standpoint. Now, mothers. Now, you know if your son is punching the walls at like 4 or 5 years old, 6, 7, you can't control him. And you see he brings some girl home, why don't you just go ahead and tell her? I have a family member that did that. Now, back then, I was, look, I'm distracted. I was shocked because she told her son's girlfriend, whatever you do, don't get pregnant. Now, mad respect to that mom. Mad respect to that mother. Because she knew, I know what kind of son I had now. You want to reproduce, there may be a possibility that you may have to go through this, okay? So she gave her a heads up. Now, y'all already know. Y'all see these kids off the hook, and then y'all happy, okay, well, they got a girlfriend, so yay, maybe they'll be a little better. But you're doing that female a disservice. If you know, like, what is it, when they little and they harming animals. You know your child was stomping cats and dogs and all that other stuff as a child. You wouldn't warn her and say, hey, come here, let me holler at you. Or at least her mother, if it's a young, I'm saying like 18, 19, the mothers need to communicate. You need to know who your child is dating. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I'd have told mine already. Check the medicine cabinet. Yes, I am that person. Check the medicine cabinet. Do you see medication? What is it? I'm definitely going to do it. Hey, Melissa, I'm definitely going to do it. I'll be telling my daughter, what do you see? When you see certain medications, I'll be like, you're right. You cannot fix people, Andrew. You're absolutely right. You can't. You have to forewarn that individual. Listen, if I had a child that was a thief, I'd be like, girl, listen, lock up your good stuff. Lock up your good stuff, because I don't know. You know what I mean? He a work in progress, but my child ain't no thief. But still, if you know the signs are there, why would you not share? Why would you not? You're doing a disservice to society, honestly, because most of these people, most of these abusers, they actually had some telltale signs. You know what I'm saying? They had some signs when they was little, and you be like, I am that person. Now, I do have people that feel like, okay, well, as long as they take their medication, they're okay. Listen, hey, Connie, listen, I am that parent. I tell mine. What do they take medication? Yeah, there is somebody for everybody, but that is not the person for you. Because let me tell you something. Usually people that are on, hey, Greg, that are on medication, honestly, and I'm not saying that you don't deserve love, but usually that person that is on medication, they need assistance with their moods, so to speak. Okay. So if you need assistance with your mood and you have to have medication to assist you with that, if they don't take their medication, you're walking into a relationship that you're going to have to work on constantly. And then you'll find yourself saying, oh, okay, well, they're having a bad day. But what about your happiness? What about your happiness? You got to sit there and babysit, because that's what it is. And call it what you want. You got to babysit. This person's on medication. Oh, okay, so they're on medication because clearly they have an issue with coping. And then, or you end up stuck in that relationship because then they decide, if you leave me, then I'm going to kill myself. Now you trapped. Just leave, sis. Leave, sis. That's the beginning signs. Leave, sis. Go. Go, go, go. Because guess what? I'm just going to keep it 100. Before they met you, they was going to kill themselves too. They was going to kill themselves before. You know what I'm saying? If that's what they want to use. Certain people use certain things to try to entrap people, and that is a sign of control. Now, I need you guys to just look out for these telltale there, and you're like, oh, okay, well, that's my boyfriend, he cute, and blah, 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 blah. Don't get too serious. If that brother says to you, you make me happy, that's a problem. You probably looking like, oh, girl, I make him happy. Red flag. If you see one red flag, it's usually a parade to follow. And here's the thing. You have to make yourself happy. If that brother can't make himself happy and then you add to his happiness, there's an issue. But if he totally relies on you to make him happy, you're going to have to meet all of his needs. There's your control there. Meet all of his needs. You're going to be miserable. Then there's that, if you leave me, I don't know what I'll do. I'll kill myself. And then you're there for guilt. Who wants that type of relationship? Nobody. Don't do it. That is not your responsibility. Somebody should have dealt with this person as a child with some coping, some coping skills. Help them with some coping skills. Give that person what they need. And you can't change anybody. Just like Andrea said, you can't fix anybody. They need to go seek a doctor. Now, you talking about the ride or die. Like I said, I got a problem with the ride or die. And you know why I have a problem with the ride or die? Listen, I ride with you, but I ain't trying to die with you. I'm going to be honest with you. I've been married before. Y'all know that. Guess what? Same scenario. I ride with you. But let me tell you something. I'm getting up out this car if that ain't right. If I see it's a tree right there and you headed straight to that tree, guess who jumping out? Straight up Remington Steel. I'm dating myself. If y'all know about Remington Steel, y'all know what it is. I'm jumping out the car, rolling on the grass, getting up out of there because your girl ain't got time to die. I got too much relying on me. Okay? And I got too much life to live. So I'm going to give you some... I wrote some down, some warning signs of abuse. And we're going to focus on the physical abuse, okay? The physical abuse, because it's happening, and it's happening more often with our young people. And our young people do not know how to cope. And I mean, this has happened before. Let's be real. Physical abuse have been around for centuries. But I've noticed now there is no reason why these young girls have to die because they don't know how to cope. Come on. And it goes both ways, because sis, let me put this out here. Don't be putting your hands on a guy. It's not okay. Because we're quick to say, oh, okay, leave him. He done sat there, your eye shut. Oh gosh, leave him. Girl, you walking around here blind, you know what I'm saying? But females, y'all out here like fighting like grown men. It's not okay. It is not okay for either of you to put your hands on somebody, because here's the deal. Once you raise your hand, the respect is gone. The relationship is over. Okay? Don't even worry about them psych meds, because the relationship is over. So clearly, you need to go ahead and get maybe like some more milligrams of your psych meds. Up them babies, or do whatever if you choose to date somebody who takes psych medication, depending on how they take it. But like I said, I told mine, when they already got problems and you know that yours already got some problems, that's combustible. We're not doing that. So real quick, and like I said, I wrote some of them down because I wanted to give you the accurate information. All right. And I also have a phone number here that I need to put out here. I got some issues. You see that? Excuse me real quick. Having some complications. The phone number, 1-800-799-SAFE. If you know somebody is in an abusive relationship, go ahead and call for them. I had a neighbor, and I'm sure they probably looking on here. I had a neighbor. I used to call the police all the time because they would be fighting over there, and they had them babies over there. I ain't got time for that. If you got a gun, and I know he had a gun, you cut through here. Boom, and we in the condo, so boom, you shoot. Come on, man. Come on. I'm not doing that. So I called. Let me tell you what happened. The police came. They went over there to their house, on their side. Then they go walk across the grass and go come to me and knock on the door. Talk about, ma'am, you called the police. They said they weren't fighting. How you gonna play me, police officer, Mr. Officer? You gonna come over here, he might kill me knowing that I told. So guess what? Now I had to stand in my truth, because guess what? I'm calling. Y'all arguing and fighting, and I hear the thumping and the rumpling and everybody crying. I'm calling, okay? Yes, I'm calling. And the police came over there. They looking at me. I'm looking at them. And they said, they said they weren't fighting. So I'm looking at them. I said, oh, really? So now I got to stand in it, because really? And he said, yes. They said they weren't fighting. So I told the brother, I said, listen, I got you, LaWanda. I'm going to go ahead and cover. But I want to talk about this physical abuse. I said, I tell you what, this is what I told him. I said, if you don't want me to call the police, give her the phone and allow her to call the police. And we were okay with that. And I looked at her, because she said too, no, we weren't fighting. What? Quit playing. And I'm working midnight, y'all bumping and rumpling. Listen, I can't get no sleep like that. Give me a break. You know what I'm saying? But here's the warning signs really, really fast. You have the pushing for quick involvement. Meaning, I never felt like this before. And it sounds real good. It does at the beginning. I never felt like this with anybody but you, that type thing. And then they wine and dine you. And you like, oh, this is it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Then all of a sudden, boom, the controlling behavior comes in. Now, remember, I love you. I never felt like this before. Remember that? Oh, only you make me happy. I talked about that. Then you get the calling you constantly. Now, they call you, you like, oh, okay, until the novelty wears off. But you're like, okay, this is new. This is what it is. But you got to watch for those jealousy signs. They are major. And they are calling you all the time, because guess what? I don't want you to be on edge and be like, oh, do they really like me, or is it really jealousy? They don't want you to meet anybody else, okay? The controlling behavior, that's where, let's say they calling you all the time. They be like, who you on the phone with? What? Those are your little signs, little red flags to kind of watch for. Where you at? Where are you going? You over your mom's house or whatever. How long you going to be there? We're not doing that, okay? So watch that. Also, the isolation. Now, you guys are familiar with the isolation, and I'm sure. And that's where they try to keep you away from your family and try to tell you your family ain't no good. You need to leave your family alone and all that other stuff. And you was doing what you were doing before, having a good time with your family. And then your family might say something a little abstract like, girl, you need to leave him. You tired of getting beat up yet? You know what I'm saying? And then they be like, oh, she negative. She don't even want us to be together. And then you fall for it. Remember, I'm going to keep saying this over and over. There is somebody out there for you. Okay? Everybody can get married. Is who you choose to be with. So don't just feel like, okay, I just got a man and he loved me and I don't want to be alone. Honey, be alone. Be happy and have your eyes clear. Okay? You ain't got no black eyes, no busted lips. All right? So I want you to do that. Also, another sign of an abuser is blaming others. They never take responsibility for their part. It's always somebody else's fault. Watch at the beginning of the relationship. If something goes wrong or their day isn't right, it's not that they blaming you yet. Not yet. They'll blame somebody at the job. Somebody did this, and they don't take responsibility for the role or the part that they played. And then eventually it gets turned on you, and it is your fault why they are not happy. Okay? Also, what else is there? I told you about making other people, blaming them for their feelings and how they feel. So you want to watch that. Sudden mood swings. What's that, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde? Watch it. Watch it abuse, because guess what? Even if somebody else is making them upset, and here's where the emotional abuse come in. Somebody else is making them upset. So you're sitting there having a good day. You don't know what came on. They done had a bad day out there in the world, at work or whatever. Then they come and they want to dump it on you. You can dump and you can express and you can share and vent to people, but you will never blame the person. Don't blame the person who you're venting to, because it is not them. Those mood swings, you better watch those, okay? That's an issue. Also, past battery. Now, if you know he beat somebody before and he beat that person, granted, most men don't treat another woman the way they treated the other woman. Meaning, like, say you see, oh, okay, he treat her like gold. I'm going to go ahead after this guy and think that he's going to treat you the same way. When you try that, that's that side chick trying to be the main chick. And then you find out you're the main chick and you getting abused. You be like, wait a minute, I didn't know this came with it, but he didn't treat. We teach people how to treat us. So if he beat somebody up before, I'm going to tell you right now, my little square is getting real small, because guess what? I'm not on it. Okay, he gonna change. He beat her. He ain't gonna beat me. Honey, please. That's a behavior. Did we interrupt the pattern? Don't know, but guess what? You won't be practicing on me. So sis, if he tells you he was in a relationship and she made him beat her, get out. Straight up, get out. Where the teacup? I ain't got my teacup to hit the things. Get out. Because guess what? That's routine. That's a habit. That's a habit. And he might be like, boom. And he'd be like, oh, babe, I ain't mean to do that. You made me really upset. I didn't. Quit, Ike. Don't bring me flowers. Don't beat me up and bust my lip and bring me flowers, because I can't hold them up when I'm doing an event in front of my lip. No, sis, pay attention to this. I'm telling you, when you see one red flag, it's usually a parade to follow. Flag line. Come on. Do not ignore. Threats of violence. Listen, when they say I'll kill you, believe them. What did Maya Angelou say? If people show you who you are, believe them. Listen, they telling you. You can't get no more clear than that. I kill you. I can't live without you. Listen to me. I can't live without you. I'm looking. And if he thought that was cute, I'm going to need you to grow up, because I'm going to need you to live without me. You know what I'm saying? Because, Or if can't nobody have you, if I can't have you, can't nobody have you, or nobody will. Bye. Exit stage left. For real. We ain't playing that game either. Those threats of violence, when somebody sit there and they'll say, I hit you, I'll punch you, I'll do this. Those are the signs that you have to get out. Quit making excuses for their shortcomings, because clearly they have them. They got self-esteem issues. You cannot, and let's be clear, they have to seek medical attention. See a psychiatrist. If they have self-esteem issues, you cannot build somebody else's self-esteem. You weren't even there when they had the problem, okay? This probably started like I said, when they were really young, punching walls because they couldn't get their way because inability to cope, okay? And the mother ain't saying nothing. I'm going to tell you, listen, girl, he crazy. Don't do it. I don't have that issue, thank God, but mothers, please come out and say it. Listen, he needs some medical attention. You sure you want to do this? You got to say it. Help your child, give them some medical treatment, but help others too. Tell them. Listen, be like, listen, young lady, I know you feel like you in love, but I keeps it 100, but I'm going to let you know that he or she was on medication when they was little. Yeah, we stayed at the counselors when they were little. I'm going to share that information so that you know what you are going into. I'm about to get to the rough sex, John. I see you right there. We about to move. Like I said, the perfect start. You had that perfect start. You like, yeah, I love it. And see what happens. This is how they get you. So you capture them with the perfect start. My thing is, don't start something you can't finish. Because as soon as you finish, guess what? I'm done too. Deuces. And anybody that know me, you know that's factual. Okay? You ain't gonna switch the game up on me. What is it? A switch and bait? Or bait and switch? Bye. You baiting and switching. Guess what? I'm switching too. I'm following your lead. What are we gonna do? Also, with the rough sex, I got that on here too. Sometimes some people like rough sex, and then you get to see what they're capable of. Now, some people a little kinky, 50 Shades of Grey. You might like the leather, the chains, all that other stuff. Make sure that you like that too. Now, somebody get to choking you all out, and you like, okay, blah, blah, blah. I like it a little bit. Hold on, this is a little too rough. Wait a second. You see it. Don't close your eyes to it. Don't go back and say and wish. And that's what happens. We wish that they are the person that you met, that representative, the one that came, that everything was perfect at the beginning. So you know what they're capable of. Let's not date off of capability. Date for what you actually have, reality. Okay? And you can't fix somebody. You're like, well, I know they had this. And then they share their little sad story of what happened to them when they were a child. They have to get help. And you are not the one to help them because you'll find yourself being abused. And then if you have an issue, you'll be on the back burner because they're stressed out and then you are miserable. It is important that we are happy. We have to make ourselves happy. We are in control of our own happiness. So you have to make sure that you are happy. Don't look to somebody else. Don't look to your mate for your happiness because it's never going to be there. They have to fix themselves. And here's the deal. How can you love me if you don't love yourself? Y'all got to pay attention. You have to. Depression is real. Depression is real. I need you to fix yourself. We could be cool and friends. I need you to fix yourself. And then once you finish loving yourself, then guess what? Then you can love somebody else, but you got to put yourself first. You are a priority. I don't know how many times I have to say that. You are a priority. You matter. And for my people that are in marriages, you got marriage is hard. I don't believe marriage is hard because, like I said, I've been there. I ain't talking just out the blue, not the side of my neck. You have compromise in marriage. I don't think it's hard, though, if you're with the person that you're with. Okay? Just don't change who you are. Your interests, keep them the same. His interests, keep them the same. Let them do. You guys need space. I talked about this last week. Still be who you are. Now, if you're getting abused and all that other stuff, get out. Because he can't love you if he beating you up. Otherwise, just give him a mirror. Be like, if you say you love me and the two becomes one, punch yourself in the eye, dude. Okay? Throw yourself around. Starve yourself around. R. Kelly yourself. You know what I mean? I had to put that out there. Y'all already know. Do it to yourself. Because guess what? If you love me and the two becomes one, then you don't love me. You don't love yourself. That's where the issue is at. If the two becomes one, you don't love yourself. And that's usually what happens with the abuser. They don't love themselves. So what do? They take it out on people that love them. Even the ones that beat their parents up when they were young. Now, y'all know that. Listen, I'll be like, I'll be like, oh, you probably don't. He used to beat me up. Just keep it 100. She used to beat me up. She used to flip desk over and beat me up and throw stuff at me. So you pretty much don't have a chance. Now, if you willing to deal with this, and see, I'm going to talk to your mother, especially if you're young. Listen. Just watch for this and watch for that. We got to be real. That's the only way we can fix this issue. We have to be real and we have to teach our kids how to cope. And if we can't teach them how to cope, get them some treatment, some medical treatment to teach them how to cope. Don't just give them medication to mask the issue. And if they don't take it, then woo, they out. And see, right now, especially in Ohio, we don't have the mental health hospitals anymore. So you have people that are mixed in with criminals. And they're displaced. So now you just add, boom, it's dual diagnosis and a compound issue. And it's just a big mess. So we definitely need our mental hospitals back. And some people aren't as aren't suffering from mental illness as some others are, or as extreme as some others. And you're probably thinking like just screaming and the hollering and all that other stuff. Listen, mental illness is real, but I need you guys. If you need to feel needed, make sure you get that right person. Okay? And jealousy is serious, but follow me on this because I don't want you to think I'm contradicting myself. If you have somebody who need to feel needed, a man, and you have a girl that's needy, your clingy person, that's a good combination. They work, they'll complement each other. Don't beat nobody up. Don't put your hands on nobody. Fellas, I'm going to tell you this right now. If a female call you a B, you know it's over. Do not continue that relationship. I'm telling you. Once we get to the place and we call you out your name, the respect is gone. And that's all y'all want is respect. I'm telling you. Hear me, because it's going to continue. Because guess what? Boom, you let it go. And what happens when we let things go? They continue to do it. I'm telling you this right now. If she called you a B once, the respect is gone. Now, if you choose to marry her, that's on you. But do know, you'll be called a B or something else soon. Okay? If a guy or if a female raises her hand at you, off top, what will you not compromise? Your well-being. Okay? Your well-being. If she put her hands on you, deuces. It's over. It's over because guess what? She'll probably do it again. Who got time for that? Who want to be fighting? You know what I'm saying? Who want to be driving? You driving down the street that somebody hit you in the back of the head. Bye! Ain't nobody doing that. The guilt trip. Also, listen, that right there, that guilt trip, that's something. They will try to say that, well, I did this or make you feel bad about why they responded the way they responded. No. Understand. Take control of you. Take control of you. You know you didn't do anything wrong. Bye. If they don't know how to respond, bye. If you guys can't communicate, bye. You can be friends. Okay? Do not accept anybody else's issues. We already got our own. Don't accept anybody else's issues. Don't do it. Be like, no, I will not accept that. That is not to me. Now, if I did something, I'll take responsibility for what I did and let you play in it. But if you know that this is not going to work out, do not stay there. Don't stay there. And that's it. You have to respect each other. And that's what it's all about. Even if you're not in a relationship, a friendship. You ever been in an abusive friendship? And you be like, okay, we friends. Yay. And this could be your homegirl. And then she want to emotionally abuse you and put you down. Bye, girl. This is over. I'll call you next year when you're feeling good. Somebody else done pissed you off and you want to call me and then you want to go off on me. Not happening. Ain't doing it. The starting over. That's the last one I want to touch on. Starting over together. How many of y'all heard that? You know what, babe? Let's just start all over, clean slate, together, just you and me. You and me, girl. You be like, oh, he love me. Bye. We done started all over. We started from the beginning. I ain't even really know you. And usually the abuse will come in, the emotional abuse will come in like the first 6 months if you got an abuser, because the representative is like, oh, I'm tired. And that's when we make excuses. And we accept things because we know what they're capable of. So stop dating their capability, because everybody is capable of being a great person. And I'm going to tell you that. Everybody is capable of being a great person. But are they wanting to be that great person? All right, lovely people, thank you so much. This took longer than the average 15 that we usually do. I love you guys for listening. Follow me on all socials at Shop Talk with Mel. Visit the YouTube. You'll get all the different Be Inspires. Hopefully it inspire you to spread the message. Don't accept it. If you are watching it, you are just as guilty. I'm going to put it out there. If you are watching, like I said, I called. Boom, this is it. Okay. If you are watching somebody getting drugged or abused, you ain't got to jump in. You know what I'm saying? But call. And my ladies, don't let a guy make you feel guilty for calling the police because he done scared you or hit you back. And I had to say that, hit you back, because see, women have the tendency to hit men and don't expect to get hit back. Guess what? If you swing, expect to get swung back on, okay? Keep your hands to yourself. But, let me not say but. However, if you are out and you see it and they are afraid to call and make that call the number. Call the police. Let them know. Say, hey, listen, I don't want to be involved, but this is what's going on. Because if you watch it, saying nothing is approval. Saying nothing is approval. If you watch it, you're just as guilty. And if something happened to that sis or that bruh, because I mean, women are shooting guys shooting females, women, they brain dead, you beating them to death. One hit can definitely destroy your life. Okay? All right. I love you guys for listening. You have no idea. And again, YouTube, where else? What? YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, all that stuff at Shop Talk with Mel. Share the video and help a sister out. Like the page. All right? All right. Find you, embrace you. Most importantly, always, always love you. Until next week, people. Be inspired right here every Friday, except today, at 7 a.m. I love you guys for listening. Peace. And tune in. Boom. Shop Talk with Mel tomorrow. All right? Spreaker.com. Follow me. Click it. And if you miss the show live, you can always go to YouTube and you can catch that, okay? And on Facebook and listen in. But I want you guys to call in, okay? The number for domestic violence, let me hurry up. 1-800-799-SAFE, 7233, okay? 1-800-799-SAFE, S-A-F-E. All right? All righty. Peace.